Okay, so menu painter. In the menu painter, what exactly is menu painter is what we'll see here. Let's take the screen. Any screen in SAP, if we see on the top, we have the menus and we have these are called the function keys. These are all the function keys, and these are all called application toolbars, application keys. So there are three things in the menu. So the menu bar, the function keys, and application toolbar. So all these three put together is called menu painter. So we can design our own menu painter for our output screen. So let's say we have created this interactive report. So if you see here, you get this list edit go to system help, right? So in this you can create your own menu here. This function keys cannot be created on our own. We can enable or disable the existing ones, that's it, but you cannot create your own. But we can create our own application toolbar here. How many keys we want, we can create up to 35 push buttons here in the application toolbar, wherein we can decide what functionality has to come in the output. That menu painter can be designed in SC41 transaction. So we'll go ahead with data from some table called MAST. MAST is a table for bill of material data. So here we have let me see the SC11 MAST. Let us see if we have the data in this. Yeah, we do have the data in this. So we'll go ahead and take this MAST table fields. So we have this WRK, STLA, and STLNR. So these are very few fields that we have here. So we can also write select star because we just have 13 fields. So we can write select star also. So what we can do is we can directly write like this: data it underscore MAST type standard table of MAST. Directly I'm giving this standard table as a structure type MAST. Select options s underscore MAST MATNR for MAST hyphen MATNR. Select star from MAST into table it underscore MAST, where MATNR s underscore MATNR loop at it is underscore MAST into W underscore MAST and loop. So this will go for right W underscore MAST hyphen MATNR. So we'll write other fields also here. So when we have huge number of records, sometimes they might not be visible in one screen. So in one screen, maximum the length that is extended is maximum length that it accommodates is 250 characters. So 250 characters is the width of the screen. So if we want to increase that, we have to go for line size. Line size will give it as something like 500. Means the length of this, the width of it. Okay, so let me see this output now. Okay, so we get this data here. Okay, so now in this we have the output screen, right? We have this menu bar, this function keys and application toolbar. We can design our own toolbar. So for that we need to go to SE41 transaction, because SE41 transaction is for menu painter. We need to go to SE41 transaction. Okay, in SE41 transaction, so what are the three things that we can design? Menu painter, menu bar, function keys, and application toolbar. Okay, so for these three things will be available there in the SE41. So let us go ahead and use them. So here you need to give the associated program name, the program name for which you are developing the menu painter, and we need to give some status. Status I'm giving it as Aditya, and click on create. Customize status. Now we have menu bar, application toolbar, and function keys. In this, we need to design our own menu. So in menu bar, we'll use something like DXC. Okay, so I have given the menu bar as DXC, in which we'll give this first one is FCT code. We'll write whatever FCT code we write here. For that, we need to write the logic there. We write data dictionary. SM30 or something like runtime. Runtime analysis. Run T. I'll do it as run T. So we should remember this DDIC and run T, because for that we have to write the logic there. And application toolbar. So in the application toolbars, we'll write something like download. and just we need to maintain the data for this download. So for this we'll be using a function module. I'll explain you about the function module. So this is a function module we'll use for that. So just double click on this static text. So it will be static text, and we need to go for this say download, and we can select a icon for this. Whichever icon has to be displayed there, that icon we can select it from here. So we'll go ahead with the download option here. So this icon looks like an download option. I'm just giving this download kind of a thing. So DOWN LOAD load. So we just have to remember these things. So these are the things that we will be I'm giving shortcut as F2. So we are giving this download function text, icon name, and icon text is something like we'll write download icon text. So whatever we are writing here will come as a icon text there. So we'll see that where it comes. I'll show you that. So then you need to remember this FCT code for this download. The FCT code for download is function code is download. Okay, so this we'll write the logic for this FCT code. That download option is there. Na? For that we'll write the logic. So then we'll go for function case. In the function case, we'll enable the back button. We'll enable the back button. Save. Now we just go ahead with activate. So we'll see how these things will in our screen. Okay, so we went into menu bar. In the menu bar we entered this DXE, and for DXE we have tightened DDIC and runtime. So we I means like in the drop down you will get these two things. Okay, this DDIC and runtime. So for this FCT code, FCT code means function code. So let me explain you that function code concept. See, whatever function code we are writing there, right, that function code is equal to SYUCOM value. So when you click on a particular button, that function code will be equal to the SYUCOM system index. It will be automatic. The system index SYUCOM will be automatically assigned with the function key name, function key value. So we need to write a logic there. So if we have to write a logic for this button data dictionary, so we have to write like this: if SYUCOM is equals to DDIC. Means what has to happen here, if you click on this, should be written below this if statement. So we have this SYUCOM value as DDIC, and for that we'll write the logic. So let's go ahead and write the logic for all these things. So we've done this, and the status name is Aditya here. So we'll go ahead with the program, and in the program to link that what we call menu. So what we'll do is we'll write at set pf set pf status, and the status name is Aditya, and then we write user command user command if syucom equal to syucom tdic. If you click on this, call transaction S11. I just calling it like that, S11. Since all the conditions are an SYUCOM, you can also mention that as case SYUCOM. If you write case SYUCOM, it will be very easy. So I'll just make it as case SYUCOM, it will be easy. In this context, case will be easier, better. Case SYUCOM, when DDIC, better this. When run T, we need to write this internal thing, we have to write it in capital letters. Run T, call transaction SE30, end case. We'll execute this, and we'll also execute here. You get this output. So in this, if you see, we have DXC here, and download also, download icon context is coming. When you keep the cursor here, we're getting download. So that is something which we are given in the icon text. So we are getting this in the icon text, and icon description is what we've given here. So the symbol also is coming here. But if you click, nothing will happen. Okay, because we have not yet written the logic for that. So DXC data dictionary, we have written the logic. Double click on it. It calls the S11 transaction. Then if we go for DXC runtime analysis, it will take us to the SM30 transaction. This is runtime analysis. Here you can actually calculate how much time the system took for what process. So we have written the logic for this DDIC and NT. Now let's write the logic for download. So if you want to, if you click on the download, the concept here is it should download the file that data that we have there should be downloaded into your local system. That's what is the process. We'll do that. So for that, we will be using a function module called GUI underscore download. Actually, function module is also a part of the modularization technique, which I'll be starting today. So modularization technique, what is modularization technique is to write some logic once and use it again and again. So what are we doing here is we are actually writing the logic here. Okay, so we are writing the logic here, uh, and then GUI underscore download, there is some code which is written. All that we do is we'll pass the internal table, we'll give input as internal table, we'll input as internal table, output will be getting as file. So we'll download it into file. That file, you can give a path to that file, and that file will be downloaded into your system. As simple as that. So GUI underscore download is a predefined function module. And how do we call a function module? I'll just show you now. So for this download, when download GUI underscore download is what we need to write here. And GUI underscore download has come. So what did I just do? I clicked on pattern and I typed this GUI underscore download. And we will be understanding how to create our own function models and all in the coming sessions. So we'll give the file name. I'll give the file name as something like d drive backslash mast data dot txt. Okay, so this is ASC American Standard Type, and field separator I'll give it as hash. If I give hash, it means that field separator I'll give it as hash. Okay, I've given a full stop here, it should not have. So field separator I'll give it as hash. Header, if we have header, the first row, if we take it as header, that data will come, but okay. So field separator I gave, but where from the data has to come into this particular function module? From it underscore mast. Okay, so I repeat, we are just passing the internal table from where the data has to come, and we are telling to the system where the data has to be getting downloaded. So once you do this, save it, syntax check, activate, execute. So you get this download action, right? So when I click on download, it says, do you want to allow? It actually wants to create a file in the D drive. So I'm telling from the system perspective, I'm telling allow. Then it gets downloaded. So 8,000 bytes have been downloaded. So let's see that in the D drive. So if we go to the D drive, in the D drive we'll have MAST data here. So if you open that, you'll get all this data that we have there. All the data has been downloaded into .txt file because I've given it as a .txt. All the data has been downloaded into .txt file. Okay, so this is about the menu painter. In the menu painter, we have designed a menu. Okay, so we have designed a menu, and in the menu we have designed the PF status as Aditya, and we have given the user command, and in the user command we have given the SYUCOM value as DDIC. That's what we have designed in the menu painter SC41, and we have given this as we are calling this transaction codes. But here when you click on download, it has to download the data into the .txt file is what we've designed. That's how we are doing it. Okay, so having said this, we can write any logic, like some other logic also, whatever logic we can think of, we can write that, and we can execute that. in the SYUCOM. So this is basically, in this program we are using the set P of status and at user command event. So previously we have used at line selection, right? So here we are using at user command. So this is something which will be at user command. And we have understood how to create a menu painter in Menu Painter. Menu bar, how do we create it, and how do we enable the functionalities, and how do we call them into the our program is what we have seen in this session. In menu, we'll have 8 menu bar. In menu bar, we can have 8 options, 8 headings. We can have 8 headings, under which again we can write the we can create the drop downs, and we can create it. In this, 6 can be customized and 2 are standard. In every screen, in every SAP screen you open and see, you'll have 2 standard headings that we have in the menu bar. Those are system comma help. So these two will be there by default in every page. Every SAP page you open, you will see system and help by default. Okay, so other than that, we can create up to six customized menus are is what we can create on the max. We cannot create more than 6. So these are the default menus which we cannot remove from the standard ones. So if you see the output, if you see our program output, the same thing is happening. If you execute this, even though we have not developed for not developed the system and help by default. In this screen also you have system and help. Every screen will have it by default. So system and help by default will be there, and DXC is the only menu that we have created that will be visible.
And in that the functions we have only customized back, but other functions
Yeah, customized back is the only button for which, even if you don't write the logic, it will be working. But for the save, for back, for this back, we can by default it works even though you don't write the logic. But for rest of all the function keys, you have to write the logic for this. So if you write the logic, so for example we have next page. Okay, next page, this is something, page up. These are the things that which are by default working here. So just we have just enabled them. Now this back button and cancel button and save button, if we write some logic for that and enable it, they will be working. But these are the default ones. In the older versions, these were also used to be like grayed out, but now they have given by default these things even in the customized one. So we can have up to 35 customized buttons like this. Okay, I hope your doubt is clear now. Okay, any more doubts?